Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Raitis, and welcome back to another market commentary. And today is really a rough day, and I didn't believe anymore that I would have such a rough day and a problem with overtrading as I did today. But today, I must admit, I went on a downward tailspin trying to trade this session, and I'm honest with you. So yeah, I'm just transparent and share my process of my trading journey, and that's why I really want to take and give you a deep dive in what happened today, what did I learn, and how can you avoid this mistake that I did today. So I lost 4 hour more than I should. So I took like about 7 trades, which is hilarious because my maximum trade count for the day should be like 7 trades. And this resulted in me trying to short long a market which was predetermined to be weak. And with that said, let's get into the analysis. And as you can see, the only trade I still have open is this YM trade. And if this trade goes to full take profit, which is a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio with 1 or 2 pyramids, and then I will end this day break even and we'll be fine, but nothing is predetermined in the market. I'm not sure about anything. It's all only probabilities, and yeah, let's see the market can just rack down and stop me out. That's the market, that's the essence of trading. It's all a game of probabilities, and I was just today very clouded in my head and ignored essential market information because I tried to long Nasdaq and then got like completely wrecked in this trading part right here. And I took also some trades on ES because I thought this was the moving market. And basically I tried to trade, as you can see, where do we have 9:30 opening right here, the markets that dumped lower and not the market that is still to this point looking extremely bullish. You can see on NQ this massive drop, on ES the same thing, and I ignored the market disparity and tried to long the lagger or the laggers. Yes, so I don't know really how this could happen to me. I really must go internally and reflect. I really am completely shocked. I don't know where this came from. What should I say to you? But I'm honest, I'm transparent, I'm sharing this with you, not hiding anything away from you. That's the reality. And again, we have to place mechanisms into place that will keep us safe from doing the mistakes that we did today. And I will have to think about this, and maybe we'll come to a solution during this session. Now let's look at the 5-minute time frame right here and compare the markets real quick. So we had the 9:30 opening, okay, and which is right here. And you can see basically already going into, I tried a long on NQ and this didn't work out. That was fine. The first trade was really a nice loss, so according to the trading plan. And you can see going into the opening bell, we already made a lower low on both assets, NQ and ES, while YM was definitely and obviously the leadership market, okay? So and then of course course, we followed through with a retracement, and then market dumped lower. We made another run on buy side on ES right here, and then dumped lower. And this was actually a beautiful IDR model. And I then tried to trade the IDR model down here on ES, which also took me again 2 or 2.5 R, because I over risked on this trade, and now it's looking like that we're forming out the bottom, and then we could see IDR model in the lunch session, but I'm not interested in that because this would still be the lagger of the three indices, and I would rather, what I did here with the final position is to go long on YM. So this is my total entry right here, but I had the initial entry right here, and then I scaled in at the 50% of this down close candle one more time. But again, we never know, this market could stop me out. We have Trump speaking later on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and what should I say? The thing is, you can see, because the only reason why I really fucked up today, excuse my language, but because I tried to long the laggership market, and I didn't focus on the leadership asset, which was what I am today, and that's why we took a rough hit. And what should I say? How could we have profited from YM? It didn't trade, or traded right to the 50%, but there is no obvious like PD array right here, only 1 hour fair value gap. So, but this wouldn't offer us a nice risk to reward ratio in this case. Stop could be below this low, or actually it's not even quite that bad, but I usually look for a 15-minute time frame confluence, and we had the stop run here. So if I would have bought the 15-minute order block, I would have got stopped out. Now again, we're trying another long from this 1 hour 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, what should I say? This is a really rough day. Again, the first trade, I can show you the first trade. The first trade was a 15-minute propulsion block idea, and we saw, so stop loss was below here, and you can see the market traded came pretty close to my stop, then we wicked higher at the news at 8:30, came lower, traded higher, and then reversed. Okay, going into the 9:30 opening bell. Market then spiked higher, but overall, actually, NQ, I just looked at NQ due to the previous day. Just look at the structure on NQ, how we formed here, and ES is okay. ES was quite neutral with the IDR model here, and YM was also, if you ignore this because we didn't see this at the moment once I was trading, it was also more kind of stuck inside a consolidation, and I anticipated even for YM that we would trade lower after taking out the IDR high, which is the black line right here. But the market completely shooted higher, and that's why we're in this final trade for this day. Let's see how this pans out. Let me quickly actually also send this out to the Discord, because I didn't want Discord only got like one trade. I mean, I could completely hide all the losses, and because as you can see, we had, this is the Discord. Here I have posted only the NQ trade as I entered and nothing else after that. Again, the only problem I see here is that we're not on the leadership asset, which is why I'm at the moment, and this became to my huge problem during this trading session. So Discord basically took only a one loss for today. If I just would have only traded the signals that I post myself on Discord. I don't know what really went on in my head today. I really have to reflect on that. And you really have to place some mechanisms into your trading that keep you from doing the dumb shit in trading. And you really have to figure something out for yourself. Be it, of course, if you can utilize tools that will help you with that. For example, setting an automated daily loss limit which locks your account like you have with TopStep. You could use that, or because sometimes you can set yourself a loss limit for the day, but if you're not disciplined enough, you will just completely ignore this loss limit for the day like I did today. And you have to really find some components that really help you from avoiding this stuff. So you basically had, as I already talked about, the same thing. You have to set up your environment for success. And I would really think about that and reflect on this right now after that. I will share my insights in the next evening commentary, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to wrap up this whole thing. I mean, my forex, the one thing that really keeps up today is that we have a really nice forex trade running, which keeps my accounts up in profit, but the indices accounts are really took a really heavy hit today. I don't really know what went on in my head. Never seen myself in a long time like that, even not in January and February when we had these losing streaks. And yeah, I really have to go into myself and figure this shit out, what happened and how I can avoid this in the future, because God will test you as long as it needs to, until he will, or life will test you until the point where you literally ingrained this this lesson into your DNA, into your body, so you will never repeat it again. Otherwise, he will test you as long as you finally understand the lesson, and yeah, otherwise he won't let you move on to the next stage of life. And let's see what the markets do. We have Trump speaking, so everything can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see us in the next evening commentary. Stay safe, trade safe. Bye bye.